Let's talk about the women's battle
The
royal.
Casino Battle Royale. Can we honestly say that this was a clusterfuck of a match? Like, it was an interesting concept. It was. With everybody coming out in groups, and they were all assigned to a particular card. Like, you had the clubs, diamonds, hearts, spades, and you had the Joker. I think that was an interesting way to handle it, but the problem was the execution. You had people coming out when you already had a group in the ring. You had a whole bunch of people in there. Then you had the second group come out, and then you had to keep track of that. And there wasn't enough people eliminated to at least create enough time for the next group to come out. It was a mess. I didn't know who got eliminated. For some reason, Riho thought she got eliminated when she went under the ring and left because the announcer got it wrong and the refs got it wrong. It was mistakes all night. It was just a mess until you narrowed it down to the very end.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't a horrible mess. It wasn't a car crash, but it was close to it. It was like a graze. It just needed to be executed better. The women in it weren't that bad. And I was surprised to see Kiera Hogan in there, and you guys know how I knew it was her. But anyway, anyhow, my biggest concern was Nyla Rose dominating everything. Because nobody is at that same level as Nyla. And Nyla is like, Nyla's in the same position Chyna was in. Because Chyna was in a women's division that she could dominate easily. And the men were a challenge for her.
Hold up. Now I want to say this because I know I don't want anybody in the comments saying something about your comments about Nyla. So please, I know because you know what I'm gonna say. We gotta watch it.
Yeah, I know they're gonna probably say I'm a transphobe. Whatever.
Yeah.
Y'all don't have anything else to say. Who said anything about her being trans? Screw you. But anyway. The only thing I'm saying is that Nyla was the only person in the ring that was that size and that had that much strength. The only person that can take on Nyla was Thunder Rosa, and she wasn't even out yet. So that was my concern for Nyla to dominate everything and to make it not as interesting as it was. But it was executed somewhat poorly. It wasn't horrible, but it was just hard to keep up with stuff.
Yeah, it was. It was hard to keep up. And the thing that pissed me off, like my girl, like I said, I'm rocking her shirt right now. My girl Sheeta was done she got eliminated so early. I'm like, what the hell? You just did Sheeta so dirty in this? I'm like, I wanted her to last a little bit longer than they did, man. That kind of pissed me off, low key.
I think people were more pissed off that Jade Cargill got eliminated quick.
Yeah.
Jade Cargill? How quick?
She got eliminated by Nyla real quick.
Yeah,
that's their fault.
How quick are we talking? We talking like 30 seconds?
Nah,
30 seconds. I think people wanted Jade Cargill to be at least in the Final Four, and
they wanted her in the Final Four, but she got eliminated way before that.
But this is what knocks me upside the head when it comes to people wanting people to have certain spots. What is Jade Cargill? Because I don't watch it. I'm not trying to down talk her. Has Jade Cargill done anything to show that she should be in the Final Four yet?
Not yet, no.
Here's my thing with Jade.
That's what I'm saying.
Here's my thing with Jade Cargill. I do like her. I see her potential. She's got a look to her. She's built. To quote Nia Jax's theme song, she's not built like most girls on that roster. She's got a build. She looks like she's got a presence to her. But I don't think she's at that level. You can see out.
She's got a lot of work to do. She's a rookie when it comes to wrestling. She's not very polished yet, but she's getting there. I don't think she should be in the championship level yet, let alone be in the Final Four. But her performance was what she does. Like, she shows off her muscles. She's able to do a few moves, but she's able to work on her character to cover up her shortcomings, which is not what a lot of wrestlers know how to do. So I applaud her for that. But her getting eliminated by Nyla that quick was disappointing. But her not being in the Final Four was not disappointing for me because she's not there yet. She's getting there, but she's not there yet. She still has a lot of work to do.
Yeah, she's got potential. But she's
now, Prince, I just saw your message. You want to talk rookie, and I actually like Jade Cargill, but you want to talk rookie, there's your rookie.
That's what
there's your rookie.
That's what a rookie is. I'm glad that we finally understand what a rookie is That way, when someone says the term,
not really Rhea Ripley.
Rhea Ripley is a rookie.
Or Bianca Belair. No,
it's her first year.
We don't want to get on that too much.
Let's not get on that.
I didn't bring it up
there, but
I take blame. I brought it up, but to me, I disagree. Now, Jade Cargill, yes.
But here's the one thing that really did bug me, and I will applaud the Royal Rumble for doing this. They use strategy. They may not like each other, but if there's like a bigger threat in the ring, they get the bigger threat out first, and then they start working on.
Yeah, the way they eliminated
Nyla Rose was in the middle of the ring, and nobody came together to get her out. Why not? Why not?
That's my problem. The way they had Nyla. The way Nyla went out was some BS. They kind of had Thunder Rosa.
They had Nyla fall over the rope like a klutz. I'm like, really? That's how you get Nyla out? Really? You didn't have everybody come together to get her out. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
I mean, at least when, and I still don't think they should have ever did anything with Lana. I don't care what Prince says. No. At least when Lana eliminated Nia Jax, it made sense.
Yeah.
She got Nia the chaser, and then when Nia tried to come at her, she pulled down the top rope.
But it was to the point where Nyla just stuck over like a klutz. And I'm just like, okay, all of y'all are smaller than this person in this ring. Don't you want to get rid of the bigger threat first? Like, kind of use psychology to get the bigger threat out first? None of them did. I'm like, huh?
Agreed.
I've
seen this Nyla Rose one time. I have seen her once. I was like, yeah, you get her. No, every last one of those women should have jumped her from. I didn't even see the card. Let me say that for a record. I have not seen AEW All Out, but from the little bit I've read and the little bit I've heard, yeah, they should have jumped her immediately.
Yeah. They should have gotten Nyla out from the jump. But for some reason, nobody thought to get her out. I'm like, okay. All right, sure.
I'm going on 47 years old. Well, God willing, the creek don't rise. I'll be 47 next month. For those of you who are my age that used to see Andre the Giant in battle royals, any man or any woman that used to see them could feel me on this. What did they do when Andre was in there? They didn't always eliminate him, but most of the time they would jump his big ass from the jump and try to get him out. They didn't always get him out, but they at least jumped him and tried.
That's the point where you come together. And that's why I applaud Royal Rumble, because they consistently have done this for years. Not just with the men, but with the women. Yeah, if they got a big threat, they get the big threat out first and then work everybody else out.
We've seen them do that with Nia Jax in the women's Royal Rumble these 3 years they've had it. We've seen them do it. Like, there'll be a point where everybody tries to jump Nia, and then she'll fight them off, and that's supposed to burst through everybody, or maybe they'll eliminate her, depending on what they decide to do with Nia. But we've seen them do that spot with Nia.
But they didn't really do that here. Like, not that much. When Nia came in the ring, Nia was cleaning house.
Yeah, I think, like, the thing happened, I think how Nyla went out is I think Thunder Rosa was punching her towards the ropes, and then she kind of almost, like, I don't know,
she fell over the top rope because someone pulled the rope down. I think Ruby Soho pulled the rope down.
Thunder Rosa pulled the rope.
Thunder Rosa.
Okay, it was Thunder Rosa that pulled the rope down and
fell over, just tumbled over like a stooge, basically.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
Like a klutz. It was not a good way for Nyla to go out, especially if Nyla's supposed to be the monster heel of the women's division. It wasn't a good way for Nyla to go out. But I'm not mad at the finish, and a lot of people are. And there are a lot of people have done reviews saying the wrong person won. And I'm just like this.
I agree.
A lot of people are saying because of where Ruby Soho came from, that a lot of people don't agree that Ruby Soho should have won.
I agree with that.
I agree. 100%.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think it should have been Thunder Rosa, but the reason we know why they had to give it to Ruby Soho because she just came fresh from where?
WWE.
And that's part of the problem, man. Part of the problem.
To be honest with you, I'm not going to really make that conclusion yet until I see some consistency throughout. But I'm just going to say that we've seen Thunder Rosa and Britt Baker tear the house down. Honestly, I don't mind seeing Ruby Soho. I'm trying to say Riot. But Ruby Soho versus Britt Baker, I think that's going to be an amazing match. It's something new. It's something different and fresh. You've already seen Thunder Rosa. This is something
Ruby
different.
should not win.
I don't think Ruby is going to win. I don't think Ruby is going to win and beat Britt. I don't think that's going to be the case. I think they're going to keep it on Britt and make Britt a very dominant heel, which is what she is. But they're going to make Ruby work. I don't think that Ruby's going to win. But what would you guys rate this match?
For a battle royal is always tough to grade considering a lot of things happen in them. But for a battle royal, I'd probably say like a B-.
I give this a C+.
C+. I'll go C+.
Yeah,
it did what it was supposed to do, but like Nate pointed out, there were a few errors and issues with the way they executed the card deck thing that they did.
Yeah, I think the time should have been extended a little bit more. I think, what was it, every 10 minutes? Was it every 5 minutes or every 10 minutes?
It was every 2 minutes that they did
I think they should have done it every 5 minutes.
The time was cool. Because you don't want it to drag.
It's not that. They had clusters of people coming out, though. If it was like one individual at a time, that's different. They had at least 8 people come out at once.
It was 5. I think they
they had 5 people come out at once, and then another cluster of 5, and another cluster of 5. With not enough eliminated out yet, so it was hard to keep up. I think it should have been every 5 minutes instead of every 2. It still wouldn't have dragged on. It would have gave you enough time to get people out before bringing more people in.
I can see Prince's point. If you do 5 minutes, considering how long this card already was, it would have dragged.
I don't know, maybe, but I think it was a good idea. It was a very creative idea. I will not take that away from them, but it was just hard to keep up. It was kind of how the old school Royal Rumbles were. You had no idea what number they were on or what time they were on, and that's kind of how I felt. I was like, okay, who got eliminated? Wait, who's coming in now? Wait, who is this person? Like 5 people coming in at once, and another 5. It was just hard to keep up. But a C+, I think is a good grade, like a C+.
Yeah, I agree. It's just
C+, B-. All right.
It was something new that they were doing. It was a very well thought out thing, but the execution, like you said, was a bit sloppy as far as knowing who was coming in and who wasn't coming in. It's just the wrong person won too, because once again, it's TNA Reloaded. You got X30 talent running shit. So,
well, we're trying to hold off on that discussion, but let's go on.
I mean, that's what's going on. JR, Jim Ross.
He said
right.